Okay, so here we go. একটু পিছিয়ে এসো। এদিকে দেখো। আচ্ছা। Rohan, come into the frame. So there we ready to go. Okay, so here we go in Glasgow. Lovely day once again, not too hot, really nice, but plenty of news points to talk about since morning. When we got up at around 6 a.m., the first story that came to light was the boxing. Yesterday, we knew in the evening that when the boxing team came in fact, we were at that point in time at the SEC Armadillo, which is just about 5 minutes from the team hotel, which is Moxie, that the boxing team's baggage had not come. And in the morning, that was the first thing that, okay, the baggage has still not come. The team has to play in a couple of days. Trisha and Rohan knows that, practically from then, flurry of calls. The Indian management, for once, you have to give it to them that they are continuously on the story, that they are trying to get the baggage. They are trying to call British Airways, Aer Lingus, travel agent, everyone. This is not in their hands. To blame the Indian contingent for the baggage not coming on time because their flight was cancelled. They were put on a smaller aircraft. Now, we all know in Europe what happens. The baggage didn't come. It is supposed to come today. So to blame them, blame the Indian contingent and to say, "Arey, what has happened," etc., is wrong. So we must put that in context that it's
Who
not
is
the
blaming the Indian contingent?
As usual, there is a lot of talk on social media that because the baggage hasn't
Social
come.
media has no idea about what goes on and what is behind the scenes. To blame people who are actually searching for it, when you are sitting at home and doing nothing, not even following the sport probably, is quite funny. But that's how media works, Boryad. I think what we can do is put the news straight. And as you said, if the airlines does not bring your baggage, I'm not 100% sure how can the Indian contingent help that. First, understand how things worked. Boryada, just maybe a lot of them aren't really aware of what happened. So if you can just take step by step, take them through what exactly happened with this boxing contingent, I will say. Forget about the baggage. Begin with the flight being cancelled.
Okay. So three stories, this morning. First, we will obviously detail out boxing. The next one is the doping issue, that there is a story doing the rounds that multiple dope tests are being conducted on Indian athletes before Glasgow. And it is as if that this is a new regulation, all of a sudden multiple dope tests to put regulations in place, etc. Rohan will detail that out. He has written an exclusive copy speaking at length with Adil Sumariwala. We have done a video also putting things in context. There's a lot of misinformation. Unfortunately, this misinformation helps no one. So we will put all of the stories in context and we'll also give you what the lowdown is, what the Indian teams are doing, what the contingent is doing, who's doing what. There is a third story on the paracyclist Lisha Das. So what exactly is happening with Lisha Das? Are they coming with, because what I understand is 3-1, at the moment there are 3 people who want to come with her. The Indian Olympic Association has already agreed and the chef de mission has already agreed to give her 1 female physiotherapist come technical staff and 1 more person to come with her. So 2 people have been allowed already. Whether a third will be allowed, should it not? Expenses, who bears the expenses? A lot of that is already being questioned. The matter is already in court. So this had gone to court as well. That's a third story doing the round. So first, to boxing. The boxing contingent was training in Belfast. First things first, the boxing contingent was training in Belfast in Northern Ireland. From there, they flew into Glasgow yesterday. They flew in approximately, I will say, 4 o'clock, maybe around that time, because we were in the Moxie Hotel and we were actually with the chef de mission and the deputy chef de mission when news came in that the boxing contingent has landed in Glasgow. Soon after, we were told that their original flight from Belfast had been cancelled. And because this is moving again, because it's quite windy today, so the tripod decides to fly out. It has happened twice. If it breaks, then it will be a bit of a problem. So the boxing contingent missed their flight, or rather, sorry, wrong call. Boxing contingent, their flight was originally cancelled from Belfast, which is why they were subsequently put on a relatively smaller aircraft. That was the next flight. Anyone who has been to Europe will know that these people travel with serious luggage. And European aircrafts or European airlines these days with luggage is a massive issue. First, you have to pay extra, which is fine. They will. But smaller aircrafts carrying all this baggage, they don't even have that kind of space. So it's very natural that the baggage was left behind. Now, when the boxing contingent arrived here, you have seen some of the visuals also on the Rev Sports platform. Everybody came in, when Lovelina, Sakshi, that whole lot. And when they reached their hotel, the first thing that came to light was the baggage hasn't come. Everyone got into action. Everyone got into action, and instantly calls were started between airlines, British Airways, Aer Lingus, the Bama lorry who does the tickets as far as the Indian contingent is concerned. So everything was put in action. They are continuing to monitor and pushing the airlines to ensure that the baggage comes today. If it doesn't come today, then it's a problem because they are going to play day after tomorrow. So this is the update as far as the boxing contingent is concerned. I can tell you that the Indian management here, or the Indian delegation here, led by the CDM, the deputy CDM, everyone, the media team, the logistics team, everyone is on the money. I can also tell you, I've had a chat with Arun Malik from the Boxing Federation of India. They too are in constant touch with the IOA. I've spoken to Rohit Rajpal and Ravi Bengani, and they are all trying to ensure that the problem is sorted today. So that's the entire update as far as boxing is concerned. Now to the doping story, here's Rohan.
Well, whenever there is something serious like doping, as allegations are put on athletes, that's a separate thing. But this time, it's something different. There are multiple reports saying that India is being discriminated, and Indian athletes are being forced to take 2 doping tests ahead of the Commonwealth Games. But the entire thing is not right. The regulation came from the Athletics Integrity Unit (AIU) back in the month of April, where they clearly mentioned that teams who are reclassified as category A countries, where India have been reclassified as category A country under the AIU and World Athletics, they have
What is a category A country? Explain it.
So there are multiple categories where number of annual dope tests that are being positive, like that category A, category B, category C countries are assigned, and there are separate doping regulations for each category. And for category A countries like India, they have to take 3 out of competition dope tests within the 10-month period prior to any major competition like the Asian Games or CWG or Commonwealth Games, or even the World Athletic meets, World Championship, etc. like that. So it's not something new that is coming up, that India is being discriminated against ahead of the CWG. No, it's part of the regulation as well. We had a chat with Adil Sumariwala, the Vice President of World Athletics, former President of the Indian Federation. So it's nothing like discrimination is being done. It is all part of the regulation. It is all part of the regulation by the AIU that has.
Who are the other countries who are in the A category?
I have to check.
Kenya and Italy are the 2 I know.
Yeah.
Kenya and Italy are the 2 I know. So basically,
so every country in that category will have to go through.
Exactly. The number of anti-doping violations will determine which category you are in. The lesser the category and the lesser the number, you will be in a better category. India, Italy, Kenya, these are countries which have the higher number, which is why they are in the A category at the moment. That's what Rohan is explaining. This is nothing new. So to say that, Indian
even China at one point was
Russia to chhade dao.
Yeah. So these are all regulations done to increase the integrity of the sport, and this is nothing sort of.
It's not an anomaly.
And this is not a discrimination against India, which there are multiple reports flying around in the internet sensationalizing the entire thing.
Yeah.
That India is being discriminated, yes or no, but it's not like that. Everything is being done according to the rules.
Boryada, but here's the interesting thing. In about less than 24 hours, CWG is starting. You are getting more not you, I'm saying in the internet, of course in the public domain, there's more misinformation, and somehow that negativity, and somehow that is targeted to the country that we are all here to cover, our own country. You are blaming the contingent for not getting the baggage, which is not our responsibility.
Ethiopia, Russia, Nigeria, Belarus, Ukraine currently.
Kenya, Ethiopia,
Kenya, Ethiopia, Russia, Nigeria, Belarus, and Ukraine currently.
These are the A category.
These are always
dynamic.
These are always changing. So like that.
So, I really want to ask that when we went to media center yesterday, at least from India, we were the only three people. But at the same time, these news are being circulated. There's a lot of negativity. The moment you wake up, people are bombarding us. I mean, at least all of us have been bombarding with so many questions that it's very confusing and frustrating to some extent, Boryada.
It is always the case. I've never been able to figure this out in my 25, 30 years, that why is it that negative stories have to always be highlighted? And the moment you say, or you try to do something positive,
Yeah.
that okay, good things are also happening, it is as if people don't want to listen to that. It is as if people only want to listen to where India has gone wrong. I have never understood this game. I mean, why is it that the intention should be to show Rohit Rajpal wrong?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, the guy yesterday, we spent literally half a day. He was literally on calls.
Yeah.
At every second trying to solve things, put things in place. Usha has been here for the last couple of days. Captain Narang has been here for the last couple of days. All they are trying to do is put everything in place, ensure. Mansukh Mandavia is here. I haven't seen anything yet to suggest that the Indians are not on the button. Yesterday, I spoke to Rohit Rajpal about Lisha Das. I spoke to Rohit Rajpal about all of these issues, and he was on the money. He exactly was trying to help the athlete get the luggage issue sorted, get the chaperone issue or technical staff issues sorted. As far as this athletics issue is concerned, Adil Sumariwala was absolutely categoric to Rohan and me that this is a non-story. Why are we making an issue out of this story? It is as if every Indian athlete is now being, he or she is a criminal.
Yeah.
That, you will be the dope violator, so you do many more tests. Why this is the case? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, maybe we love
And how
controversy
ready,
more.
how ready are you to be called somebody's PR writer?
Arey boss, who's PR here? Who's PR?
Rohit Sharma isn't even playing CWC.
Yeah, Rohit. Shubman Gill is also not there.
Deepthi is also not playing.
Okay, kal 100 खेल लिया उसका PR बोलो. But I don't get this. I actually don't get this. I mean,
This is within the fraternity as well.
No,
Just think
news is coming from the fraternity itself.
So now there is a separate sect of the population who are trying to pull down the athletes and the federation from the fans' perspective,
Yeah.
and also from the media fraternity itself. We have
But that is my bigger question. You're not even here to cover the games, and that's perfectly fine. I think every institute has their own probably budget. They're not coming here to cover.
No, but
Up till that is fine as far as I'm concerned. But if you're not covering it, don't report stories which has no
but
base.
trying to pull the others down is also
Exactly.
so pathetic.
Exactly, and unfortunately, that happens in our fraternity
all the time.
all the time. And then fans. Oh my God, fans and
यार
the
हम सारे लोग चोर नहीं है, सारे लोग गलत नहीं है. I mean, people are also trying.
तुम सब भी तो बेईमान नहीं हो ना, तुम सब भी तो
नहीं है. I
हाँ.
mean, ये जो athletes हैं यहाँ पे, they have worked their socks off to come here. Yes, this was a culture in the past, babus, junkets, and I am not saying this is not the case anymore. Like I can tell you, sometime back it again happened with volleyball.
Yeah.
We know what was going on with volleyball before the whole committee was removed again.
Yeah.
So we know that things happen, but to blame every time everybody as if everybody is a rotten apple is wrong. Is wrong. People are trying to do solid work. For example, there in that building, Dinshaw Patiwala is staying in that building in Mercure. The entire Indian recovery room or setup has been set up there. Excuse me. Anyone comes and tells me about Dinshaw Patiwala, that man has 200 operations lined up. He need not come here and do this unless it's a commitment. আমার ওই দেখো সাইলেন্সারে 12টা বেজে গেছে.
This is a trend. This is a trend. It's not that only Kolkata people does that. So even in Glasgow, there will be people like this who want
So to come back to Dinshaw, think about it.
But can I say something about Dinshaw Padiwala? I think he was there with Nikhat as well. Right? Yeah. So somebody texted me, how is it that every sports person injured ends up with Dinshaw Padiwala? He's that good. That means he's that good. So
Exactly.
and that also means, Boryada, you've got the best one here.
They have got the best one here, and the point that is, I'm trying to make, I shouldn't say this, but Dinshaw Patiwala, he's not being paid. He's not being paid any additional money to do this job.
Yeah.
He is doing a job for the country. He is doing a job. Yes, he will be given some daily allowance. You do it.
Yeah.
So Dinshaw Padiwala does not require, yeah, a little bit of water. Dinshaw, chhede de. Yeah, we'll manage. Dinshaw Padiwala, kotha থেকে আনবি? Dinshaw Padiwala does not require the daily allowance. For God's sake.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
don't jump. I mean, the man, his calendar is booked from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. at night. He's doing operation after operation to save lives. They have got the best man here for the medical contingent. I had a chat with him and I was like, you came in yesterday, so you must be in your hotel.
Yeah.
He said, no, I am already at ACC and this was around 9 a.m. in the morning, 9 or 9:30. So what are you doing at ACC? He said, no, there is a CMO, the chief medical officer's meeting. I am already here. Plus after that, I will check every venue to check out the medical facilities, the recovery rooms, every detail so that I am on top of things before I go back to the Mercure and set things up there. That is the conscientiousness of the man.
Yeah.
That's the diligence of the man, that he has not even his jet lag. He's straight away gone there to do everything at 9 a.m. So who are we faulting? Why are we faulting people is not what I'm understanding.
Yeah, exactly. And another something very interesting happened. Somebody actually asked me who has come for Indian PC, and I said, where is the PC happening? And the person wrote, aren't you in Zimbabwe? I said, no, bro, I'm in Glasgow. People are thinking that I'm covering the Zimbabwe tour as well. But Bodhiyada, it is also because, do you think because Commonwealth Games is kind of covered very less, not only Commonwealth, let's talk about Olympic sport, because Olympic sport is covered very less, and also because we eventually get less number of medals, it's easier to peddle wrong stories?
Firstly, we didn't get any less medals last time. We got 61.
Yeah.
And that's a real
No,
number.
not Commonwealth. I'm saying overall Olympic sport. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying the bigger
But
picture.
Trisha, the amount of improvement you have seen in the last few years. See,
Correct.
shooting, you will win a medal now.
Bodhiyada, you are saying improvement because you and I are following the sport. So we can actually tangibly see the improvement.
That's the point. So it's ignorance rather than India's performance. So, Commonwealth Games last time you got 61.
Yeah.
Asian Games you got 107. If you today go to any shooting competition in any part of the world, you will win medals.
Yes.
In athletics, you've now got a lot of people who are making world finals.
Yeah.
Obviously, Neeraj Chopra is a once in a generation athlete.
Correct.
I don't want to sound negative at all, but for me, this Zimbabwe tour, if you ask me, and by the way, Laksha Sharma is covering it for us. But if you ask me in the pecking order, the Zimbabwe tour ranks nowhere in comparison to the Commonwealth Games. Nowhere.
Absolutely.
So if you really want to follow your sport, this is way more important. Follow the build up to the World Hockey. Follow the build up to the Commonwealth Games. Follow the Commonwealth Games. Get ready for the Hockey World Cup. Yes, if you only say your world starts and ends with cricket, and even a B level or a C level Zimbabwe tour is all that you want to follow, then I have nothing to say. Then it's your call.
Then there is another part to it. Then without knowing, don't criticize this side.
Correct.
Then just stick to cricket. But okay, getting back, let's now talk about the third or fourth. I have lost count. But let's talk about our cyclist, the cyclist news that's going around. Lisha. She is 16.
Yeah.
She's 16 years old, and there are a lot of stories around her. So let's get the story straight. Who's going to do it? You, boss?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So basically the thing is, the thing transpired a week back where Lisha actually,
It was a Times of India story.
yeah, Times of India story, where Lisha actually appealed to the federation, the Cycling Federation of India, and also the PCI, that there was no female attendant or the support staff or coach in the paracycling contingent.
And she's a minor.
And she's a minor, yes, and she's a minor. And she has appealed that there should be one female either support staff or coach in that contingent, and every other contingent has that, but only the Cycling Federation does not have that. And as mentioned by Times of India, that there have been exchanges between the federation and Cycling Federation of India, PCI and Lisha, that so the things are going round and round, and yet no solution has been arrived at. But what we know that the CDM has been on this case, and soon we might find a solution to this.
The matter went to court.
Yeah.
The matter went to court, and clearly there was a court directive. I think it was on Tuesday or Monday. There was a court directive. So
It's okay.
there was a court directive on the issue, and the honorable court clearly took cognizance of what is going on.
Yeah.
From what we understand from the chef commission, and the chef commission has spoke to us at length about it, that the moment it came to light or to his notice, he said there's no question, there will be an attendant added, a female physiotherapist, Dr. Asha Sheikh, added to the contingent, who is Lisha's recommendation, who will be added to the contingent, and she will be here. Thereafter, it came to light that the petition was for 3 people. One is as an attendant, one is the female physiotherapist, and one is another technical staff. From what I understand at this moment, having spoken to the CDM, 2 people are already being sanctioned by the contingent here. Now, the question is, who pays for these people? For the 2 people who have already been sanctioned, obviously the government of India or the delegation will pay. And that includes Dr. Asha Sheikh. There is a 3rd person who also wants to come now with this athlete, Lisha Das. That is the question that is still doing the rounds, whether it is acceptable to others. Are you then being discriminatory to others by allowing 3 people to come with 1 athlete? Is this based on merit? Is this a fair call or a just call? So all of these questions are still doing the rounds. Basis my understanding, I think it will be decided today. The moment it is decided today, we will get an update from the chef commission or the deputy chef commission or the media attaches, Sarvesh and Kannan, and we will report back to you. So that is the update as far as the Lisha Das story is concerned.
But Tishadi, lots are in store from tomorrow onwards.
Why are you going away?
We have lot more. We have the opening ceremony, but that's in night, 8 p.m. Glasgow time. But the event starts tomorrow. Lawn bowls, and multiple. The at artistic gymnastic events start from day after, and we have the weightlifting events also lined up. So lots happening from tomorrow. How are you looking forward?
Apparently, lots happening from yesterday night itself. But
I just open the schedule.
yeah, I think. Wait, I had taken a picture also, so it becomes easier. Yeah. So lots happening. The medal matches, probably start with
The first
weightlifting.
medal possibly will be lawn bowls.
Yeah, the first medal ideally.
Lawn bowls medal match is
Later. But the first competition that we will see tomorrow is 12 noon long.
Correct. That's the first competition that we are going. And to be fair, I was going
Lawn
to
bowls
call.
is a great story.
Lawn bowls is a great story, and I think that's the best part of sport. The multi-sport, that great stories. And what I love is morning you're watching lawn ball, evening you're watching badminton. In between, when you here the badminton is not there, so maybe we'll be watching boxing or weightlifting, and then in between बैडमिंटन इनको कुछ नहीं पता इनको लेके चले गए आप that's fine
I don't understand this. Apparently I was told by Shubhan the other day that and you guys were both there. I said Devendra Pandey is a first class journalist. That was what was my comment was, and apparently I was explaining something, so somebody cut and said Boria has abused Devendra Pandey.
You said first class journalist.
Exactly. And Shubhan said, she said, I have posted the full video on some journalist group. And I was laughing. I was like, firstly, it doesn't matter to me. Secondly, what do people want? I mean, they will cut this reel and try to create a fight. I will not even fight. I don't want to fight with anybody. I mean, I'm past that. I'm not even a journalist. So why should I fight? I'm a businessman. I'm putting my hand up to say I am a businessman, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me. So I'm not even willing to get into this. But what Trisha said, it is hard work. To cover multi-sport is hard work. Days start at 6 a.m. and end at midnight every single day. It's a 14, 16, 17-hour day. You guys don't want to watch, don't watch. Don't create negativity.
No, but anyway, when you talk about this badminton today morning, I woke up with someone sending me a DM in Twitter because I had asked about again some captaincy change or something. I did not even understand why I got that, but the message was, you fat ass, you are roaming around UK for the last 2.5 months in somebody else's money, and that somebody else is actually making breakfast also.
Breaking news! Rohan tweeted out. We just heard from Glasgow Airport. Boxing team luggage is coming in by 1:30 p.m. flight right now from Belfast. That's the breaking news here on Rev Sports. The boxing contingent luggage. The Indian team management is already there at Glasgow Airport. The luggage is coming in from Belfast at 1:30 p.m. You heard it first on Rev Sports. Like we said, we will update you on every possible news break, and the news break at this point live on our 5 at 5 show. Prakash Jha cut this reel out and put it out like real time. We are telling you that the boxing team's baggage is finally going to reach Glasgow from Belfast by the 1:30 p.m. flight, which is exactly half an hour from now, and the Indian team management the delegation is already at the airport to receive it. This is what news breaks are all about, my friend. This is news break. This is Kontalo?
No, I just sent.
Okay, this is a news break. This is real time breaking news that we tweet kore de. Tweet kore de. So this is the news that was doing the rounds. This is the news that we were all talking about since 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. This is the final time that we are doing this with the breaking news that the Indian team's luggage issue is sorted. The Indian delegation is already at the airport. The luggage is coming in at 1:30 p.m. local, which is exactly half an hour from now from Belfast. They are already there. They've worked and then we said it, they worked tirelessly from morning, coordinating with all airlines, whether it is BA, whether it is Aer Lingus, whether it is Bama Lorry, and what is the point? So it is sorted. That's the update. Rohan Chaudhary, Trisha Ghoshal, good news. And this is breaking news.
One, it's breaking news. Two, it's brilliant news. I think that sorts one of the most important factors. Oh, okay, yeah.
face ID ছাড়া খুলবে না
আমি ভাবছি ও টুইটটা পড়াচ্ছি
right, and it also settles the boxers. Kind of, they will be nervy. They just came into this country for CWG, and the baggage, I wouldn't say misplaced or something, it didn't reach them. Now finally in half an hour time it will reach somewhere. This is all going to that one place where it's time for Glasgow, it's time to begin. And both of them, if you're thinking there will be comments on why they're looking at the phone, they're looking at the phone because they're tweeting the breaking news. The breaking news being,
the breaking news being that this baggage issue is finally sorted. The Indian delegation
work, it clearly shows how much effort the chef de mission, deputy chef de mission, PT Usha ma'am has been putting in.
100%, and all of them. आपको मैं बोल सकता हूँ सुबह का 5:30 बजे से मैं भी इनके साथ लगा हुआ हूँ पता करने के लिए कि भाई हो क्या रहा है. सो ये सारे लोग काम कर रहे थे, ऐसा नहीं है कि सो रहे थे. Because they were answering questions real time, they were telling us real time what is going on. So there's no question that this is the update. The breaking news is the baggage is finally coming in from Belfast, 1:30 p.m. Glasgow time, in exactly 28 minutes from now. They have already reached the airport. They've coordinated with the airport authorities. So the problem is finally sorted. You've heard it first. And that's our job, to give you all of the updates real time. Whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is objective, I mean, we will give you the news exactly as it happens. And we will not sugarcoat it, but at the same time, we will not sensationalize it, and nor we will give you wrong news. This is the real-time update as far as we are concerned, so far as the Commonwealth Games update from Glasgow is concerned. Rohan Chaudhary.
Well, that's how constructive and right information should be, because there have been multiple stories that this happened and that happened, but this is perhaps the first-hand news that arrived from the persons involved in the entire process, and right from the place where the entire thing is happening, from Glasgow Airport. So I think nothing better can, no better source that can be selected from it is done. So the tweet is also done on the Ref Sports platform, and yes, that's what correct news is all about, right, Tishadi? Because you will have multiple sources coming in. People will be watching some others news and bringing the narrative, but
Yeah.
this is right from the place, from the persons who are involved in this entire process, right from the airport, where the entire process is happening, and it shows the proactiveness of the federation and the delegation as well, because yeah, because that this the entire thing happened last evening, and within within 2020, I think.
Just refresh.
Just trying with the thing.
Yeah, yeah. And within a day the entire thing is sorted, and this shows the proactiveness of the federation as well, and delegations as well. So because before we abuse and before we troll the officials, which we perhaps do on maximum occasions, it is also important to celebrate where the proactiveness and is shown by the officials as well, right?
Absolutely. I think that's one thing that's absolutely important to understand, that had this proactiveness not been there, of course, it would have taken more time. Competition was there. They wouldn't get time to practice. So I think a job brilliantly done. And, when you're in this sort of a tournament, there are operational challenges which will come, which is why there is a chef de mission, deputy chef de mission. There's, again, as I'm saying, PT Usha ma'am herself is here, and they have actively solved the problem, one problem down. I'm sure many more to come, but also one positive way of looking at this or understanding this, even if you're back home and watching this, that the leaders here, the team who are here to look after our contingent, is active, supportive, and are here to resolve issues instead of increasing confusion or panicking.
And conflict management, risk management, these are all part of the modern ecosystem, modern administration, right? Because right now, earlier we would have said that we don't have so many delegations, so many officials coming up and being hands-on with every issues, every crisis that is happening. But right now, a crisis is being managed in the perfect way possible, and you will have persons in every department looking after different sort of things. We do have multiple these institutions, education institutions,
Yep.
coming up, where multiple youngsters, after doing management degrees, sports management degrees, coming up. I have my own classmates and seniors of my college working in this tournament as well. So
Wow.
the boxing federation, the manager is my college senior.
Wow.
So you will find these youngsters coming up, and I think this is all part of the ecosystem that we do rightful management, and every aspect of the crisis management, everything is done in the right possible way.
Right. So, should we
Before we
close
end?
the show? Yeah.
Yeah. Close karo.
So
Just give.
আজকে yeah, আজকের আমাদের plan. So what are we doing today?
Yeah, today we will have to check out training. Multiple Indian contingents are training. I can say that lawn bowls team trained between 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning. Lawn bowls team trained between 7 and 8. They're also training at night. Now that the boxing guys have received their stuff, they will also train. I think the weightlifting team came
Boxing
in.
team is having their training session right now.
Good. Boxing team is having their training session right now. That's the real-time update. Sujit.
Yeah.
Good. By the way, we've also spoken to Arun Malik. So we are putting it on record. We've spoken to Arun Malik, who's one of the senior management of the Boxing Federation of India. He too was hands-on. They were continuously in touch with the IOA. So well done to the federation. Well done to IOA. Well done to the Chef Commission, who's the leader of the pack here. Well done to Rohit Rajpal, to Ravi Bengani and their team. So credit where due. So absolutely. And I know the boxing thing is going on. We will try and see who, what other team is training today. We know the weightlifters have arrived as well. Meera Chanu and Lavlina Borgohain are two flag bearers. That's a story, Trisha Ghoshal. Both of them have come to our conclave multiple times. You know them very well. You've interviewed them multiple times. To see two women, accomplished women from the Northeast, leading India's charge in an international competition as flag bearers. What does this mean? That's my last question for this show. Northeast, two flag bearers, two world champions leading the charge. Super.
Yeah, I think it makes one feel. That these are the real stories, and it's something that makes me feel proud, inspired, Absolutely, to see Mirabai and Lavina, as you said, we have interacted personally with them, we know them, but also the symbol, the whole women empowerment as well. The entire contingent will be led by those two women who have been successful in their own sport, have answered a lot of doubters, questions, and then to add to that the northeast point, just makes this so much stronger, and also says the message that as a country we have come a long way as well.
It is inclusivity.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Meera Chanu deserves it. Lavlina Borgohain deserves it. Both Olympic medalists, both superstars in their own right. This is a story. We must do a video on these two.
We'll do a video on this too. So one of the videos that you have to look forward to for tomorrow is this.
Lavlina today.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Yeah, done. That's it for now, because we will be heading to see the Indian trainings. We'll bring all the updates, we'll bring any other breaking news from here, because on ground there are very few journalists, and Ref Sports team is definitely here. Well, Commonwealth starts tomorrow, but our work has started yesterday, and I hope you guys are keeping absolutely on track with us. Do keep joining us. Do like, share, subscribe to all three of our channels, because update jab aayega tab teenon channels mein aayega. Take care, love, and do join us back.